Okay, now we're ready to add some materials to your Schoology course. This year we're going to be able to link courses, so that's going to be a helpful feature that we'll show you a little bit later. So basically what you need to do is get one course set up, and then when we link the sections, then the information will copy over to the other. And so you don't need to do it multiple times, in other words. Okay, so you're going to go here and you're going to, first thing you're going to do is make sure your course is organized. So you're going to need to add folders for your content, and I can call this chapter 1, whatever it is, however it is that I think I'm going to be organizing my course. So that's up to you how you want to organize it. You can choose lots of different colors for your folders, and then you can give the folder a description. This might be something as simple as saying for the students to open the folder, or it might be actually giving a description of what's in it, or it might not have anything in this description area at all. You also do not have to do dates here if you're actually probably going to use dates inside the folders. So dating the folders is not as critical, but you can choose that if you'd like to. You can also choose whether or not you want it to be seen right now, or you want to hide it currently, or if you want to have it, give it a date that you want it to start showing, or a date range. That's totally up to you. I'm just going to leave mine on the default, which is visible, and say create. And it's going to create a nice little blue folder here for me, and I've got that. If I need to go back and change something I've done, then I can go here and I can edit it, and that allows me to do that. You can also copy it to a different course here, but there's hopefully not going to be as much reason to do that now that we can link courses in Schoology Enterprise. Okay, so we're going to open this just by double clicking on it, and we open it, then the folder is empty, and so we need to put something in our folder, and that's when we add things to our course. You can add things, lots of different things. The one you're going to use most often is adding an assignment, because it is so versatile. You can put so many different things with this one. You're going to give your assignment a name. It might be something about chapter 1. And it might be that you want to tell them what to do. In the description, that's usually where I give instructions, like please read the chapter, or please review this lesson, or please look at this link, whatever it is you're wanting to tell them to do. And so I'm going to tell them to open a link, and down here I have options of things to add. You also have these individually to add these individually under add materials, but this gives you a lot more option here to tell people what you want them to do with the materials. If I just add a link, they don't know what I want to, yes, they'll look at the link, but I may want to tell them to open the link and then write a summary, and so I could write a summary in here as well as open the link, and so I'm able to tell them what I want them to do with it. This allows you to upload files, and it just connects with your file drive, and you can pull up files. Remember, if you're putting a file in here, it needs to be as a PDF, so it's able to be viewed on both a MacBook and an iPad. Because we use Google Drive so much, that's a great option, and you can always link files and put them in Google Drive. And that's one of the things that I would definitely do if you have Word files or things that you've already created and you haven't moved them to Google Drive. I would definitely suggest you do that. You can copy and paste a URL from any kind of thing. Notice you can also use an embed code, and then give it a title. Describe what it is that you're actually trying to do there for them. And so I'm going to go here. I'm going to get a link here. I'm going to go back. I'm going to copy and paste. And then I'm going to say that this is a Schoology. Oops. There we go. And I'm going to attach it, and that's how it looks when I attach it. It comes up like that for them. I can preview it if I want to, make sure it's going to the same place I want it to. And if I want to get rid of it, I just click the X. I can also go to my resources. Schoology has built-in resources. You can connect your Google Drive with your resources, which is really helpful. And so you can, under apps, that's one of the apps. Notice there's several different apps. If you get things from Khan Academy, or if you have things on an outside Dropbox or whatever. Google Drive is great though. You can pull up your Google Drive directly in Schoology, and I can add, it's going to populate here, and then I can choose, okay, this is the one I want to do. I want to choose this one, and I can click this one, and I can choose import, and I can import the file, and when I do that, it's going to load, or I can import the link, either one, and it's going to put it right there for me, and I'll get it in there twice, so I'll get rid of one of those. And so very easy to bring something up that's already on there, and you don't have to go outside to do something else. You can also record audio or video right here if you want to. It's an audio. This is an audio recording of your voice. This is a video, or like using your webcam of you, and if you're teaching a lesson, and that might be useful on a technology day or a snow day or something like that when you wanted to do that. These are external tools, so if you're trying to bring in something else, probably not going to use that very frequently. The two that are going to be the most likely used are here, unless you've got a lot of external files that you want to bring in. You're going to definitely give it a due date. Due dates cause it to populate over here on the right panel for your students to be able to see it. So it's very important that you use due dates. It's up to you if you want to change the default time is like a minute before midnight. If you feel like that's too late for students to be up working, that's up to your philosophy. I usually leave it on the default. You can choose how many points an assignment is. You want to grade the assignments. If you would like for it to go to the grade book, they're automatically there, so it's very handy. You can create new categories in your grade book, like if you want a test category, a grading category, or whatever. This is an example. Right now, this is a small class, so I just have all my grades in a grade category. But you do need to have at least one category. And then grading options allows you to choose what area you want it to go to. Mine is summer class, so it just has one, where it might be that you had first or second 9 weeks. There would be a difference that you would see. We're going to leave it on numeric. You have some options here. You can individually assign something if you want to. This allows you to align learning objectives. So if you have your learning objectives in Schoology, then you can align them very easily here. And then you can, probably won't use the lock one. This one is submissions enabled. That means that students can submit things back to you occasionally. That one does, it should be the default is on, so they can submit. This one is visible to the students right now. That means the assignment is visible. You can turn that off if you want it hidden for a while. And then these are just some extra options that you can do. And this one allows you to copy to courses, but you probably are not going to need that with linked sections. Then we're going to create. Okay, so there's my assignment, and if I need to edit it, all I have to do is come over here and edit it and do that. And to change that, I can also unpublish. I can also delete it. I can also save it to resources. The time you might save it to resources is if another teacher is teaching your same class and you want to share something with that teacher. We can set you up so that you can do that with a group and have some resources so that you can share with another teacher. And it's kind of handy if somebody wants to share a lesson with you or if you want to share with them. Okay, so that one was add an assignment. So add an assignment is the one that you're going to use most frequently. Add a discussion is another great one to use where you can give them a discussion topic that's not a right and wrong answer, obviously, but something that you want opinions about or something. Did you read this? Write a summary. Tell me what you felt about this particular thing. Evaluate this. Various different things like that where sometimes students will actually write things down when they won't raise their hand and talk in class. So you're going to do it basically the same way. Again, links and all that are still available with discussions. You'd still want to use due dates, and that's going to come up for them. Makes it very simple. Some that you can use but are not going to be as advisable. This one is if you want to just put a page on it. For example, if I just got a document that I want them to read. The negative is it's not, if you can see down here, you're not having due dates, and it doesn't populate over here on the right for the students. And unless you're drawing their attention to it in class, I would not use this one. Because a lot of times they will overlook it. Even if you've told them to open the folder and look at everything in a folder, they don't always do it. And so it's better to put things in an assignment. It will remind them to look at it that way if you give it a due date. Same way with links in this one. If you put in a link, all it's going to let you do is put in a link. You can't really give them any directions on what to do with that link if you want them to write a summary or something like that. So that would be a time that you would instead want to use add the add-on assignment. So this is by far the best one that you would want to use. One other thing that you might want to do is import from resources. Occasionally, like I said, you might have sharing with another teacher that has the same thing. In that case, you would have created a group, and any of the groups that you are in, like I'm in these groups, if they've got something that they have put in resources, then it's possible to share that and import it directly from that. So it makes it very easy to share those if you want to. Okay, hopefully that's helpful. There's another video about making out tests, and y'all can watch those and let me know if you have questions. Great.